Poverty happens in Africa, and we will now look at some of the causes. Poverty has been caused by droughts, which lead to crop destruction and the lack of food and shortage of access to clean water. Locals suffer by having poor health conditions, insufficient knowledge and skills. Could do a part in helping to end poverty, so join us on a journey and experience how UN volunteers help the locals. Welcome back to Inspiral's game. We have added a tutorial stage. The objectives of the game is to produce resources and to train the locals. So this is a UN volunteer. To generate resource, we need to drag the volunteer into the facility. And as we can see, the resources are increasing. We can unassign the UN volunteer by clicking on this button. Okay, this is the local NPC. Let's look at the objectives. So this shows the resource and the number of locals we will be training. This is the status of the training progress. Let's look at the summary. This shows the population of the town and the crop producing at what rate. For more information, we click on the crop and we can see the number of UN volunteers in the facility and the status of locals in the facility. To train a local, drag the local into the facility. We need a UN volunteer in order to train the locals, so let's do that. So we have successfully trained a local, and this will be the end of our tutorial. Let's move on to our next stage. We'll train locals so as to improve the well-being of the locals. These are the objectives of the game. As you can see at the menu, you can see the population of the volunteers is 3 and the locals is 20, which means that we need to correctly assign the volunteers to strategically assist locals to perform production. So let's begin the gameplay. Reassigning of volunteers is possible to another facility. So we have achieved our requirements for this stage. Let's go on to Congo Town. Stage 2 of Congo Town. Let's proceed on. Okay, we need to achieve this number of locals to train. And now waiting for a volunteer NPC to spawn in order to train. Oh no, an earthquake has struck and all the NPC have to evacuate out of the facility. The earthquake is over now and everyone is back to normal, but the vital stats has dropped drastically. So we need to quickly train more locals in order to maintain the production levels of the town. Okay, now I'm unassigning a volunteer to train another facility. Assigning to train another facility. Okay, let's look at how many volunteers we managed to train. Okay, we are going to complete the game. We just left with one more in the crops, which is this. And we have managed to achieve self-sustainability. This is our credits page. We hope to let our players know that hunger and poverty may not be in their immediate surroundings. However, they may not be aware that hunger and poverty may strike in other parts of the world like Africa and is prevalent, which is a daily cycle of their daily lives. Thank you.